Two guys were once having a conversation, and the first man asked, "What's in the packet, sir?" The second man replied, "Oh, I've got jasmine flowers for my wife. I love her dearly, and she is the person behind every success in my life." The first man replied, "Well, do you know that it was Andrew Jackson's wife who taught him everything about being the president of the US? And during Henry Ford's depression, it was his wife that helped him bounce back with her encouraging words." Really? That is interesting. It must be right when they say behind every successful man is a woman. The first man asked the second man, "But how did your wife support you?" "Well," said the first man, "she was very supportive when I had to finish my novel." Both the wives of Andrew Jackson and Henry Ford led their husbands to victory. What kind of wife are you? You know, the Bible talks about a wife who is of noble character. She is worth far more than rubies, and her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. More importantly, she brings him only good, not harm, all the days of her life. Two women were talking one day, and the first one asked the other, "I hope you didn't tell Suguna anything that I said about her the other day." "I know you did, because she told me everything." The other lady replied, "I don't like Suguna. I told her not to tell you anything, and she's already revealed everything." The first woman turned around and said, "I told her that I won't tell you anything, so don't go and ask her about it, okay?" Doesn't this conversation make you dizzy? There are so many people in this world who like to speak behind each other's backs. They gossip, they spread rumors. But I also know of people who do not like to do this. I knew a friend who told me that he would never speak to someone unless he had something good to say. Another friend told me that he would only try and find positive things about another person. There's a very interesting story about a person who came to a wise man to complain about one particular person. The wise man handed him a black notebook and told him that every day he would have to write negative things about this person and sign it at the bottom of the page. And then, at the end of the month, he would have to show the book to the person that he was complaining about. The man left embarrassed. If we criticize and judge each other, then we are also criticizing and judging God's laws. So let's be careful of what we speak about each other and when we are with each other.
Freedom from the Seven Deadly Sins is a book written by the late Dr. Billy Graham. And in that he expresses a lot on the topic about greed. You may have heard the story of the golden duck, that after cutting the duck, the owner found nothing in it. Recently, I read about an experiment in an article. To catch an ape, the humans came up with a plan. They made some sweet candy balls and put it in a narrow bottle and left it there for the ape to grab it. As they had planned, the ape put its hand inside and found the candy in it. But it couldn't take its hand out with candies in it. Still, even though it realized that the candies won't come along with the hand, it still wanted to take everything. What was the outcome? It got caught by the humans and it was caged. Similarly, there are many traps in which we get caught in and are not able to get out of it. It seems near impossible to dodge these traps and live. We fall into the trap of greed because we don't know the value of something. We don't know what is permanent and what is temporary. God calls us for an eternal and a joyful life and not to hold on to temporary things on earth. If you really know the value of something, you won't fall into the trap of greed. Godliness combined with contentment brings great profit. So, would you try to live a life without greed?